pretty even on the scoreboard, but time
Oke,
will tell
game
who will be our victor for
kedua.
game number 2.
It's gonna be a really
Game
good matchup, and I do hope that
kedua.
we get to a game number 3.
AP Bren versus
Just
RRQ
because of how
Hoshi.
good the two coaches are
Ya,
drafting. I mean, just for game number 2, that's what I can say. It makes for an interesting draft, and I do
very
hope it's a good
amazing
one. But
di
at the
sini.
same time,
Game pertama
obviously,
kita lihat
AB Bren would want to
RRQ
close this one
kalah
2-0. The way that they drafted this is to
dan
win the lanes,
ya
right? So you have the
emang
Lapu-Lapu, which is a hero that
sulit sih,
rarely loses lane. Really good in that regard. Going up
emang
against a
sulit sih.
Benedetta, I think that if you're a
Juara
damage build
kok
on
dilawan.
Banana,
Gitu.
you're gonna have
Tapi
a
it is what
better
it is.
time against the Lapu-Lapu because of the trading potential that you have. Just have to be careful not to get hit with by skill 1 and skill 2 of this
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, and Bruce
Gilaa.
taking some heavy hits nice and early. Gonna force him to recall back to the base. RQ
Nice.
Hoshi starting to try and be a little bit more aggressive. May look a little bit more promising to game number 1 on the bot side. But very
Benedetta.
comfortable over here on this Benedetta, forcing Kualitas to the bot side to stop him
Bentul-bentul.
from taking down Flap Teasy on the 1v1 engagement.
Yeah. Gonna be Banana, just
Banana di situ tidak mengejar kill di situ ya.
Banana is a one trick kind of player, but man, every time you watch his Benedetta and the way that he plays it, you're always amazed. You can see even Flap Teasy on the Yuzhong, the Lapu-Lapu, I mean, is struggling against Banana's Benedetta.
Dat grok sekarang empuk banget sih. Dulu aku pakai grok zaman-zaman 5 tahun yang lalu. Kenapa gelap?
We're able to see RQ Hoshi take the first kill as we do kind of pan over for a quick second. They are leading. That was first blood and now up by about 500 gold.
Aduh, ini 3 game nih bawah-bawahnya sih.
Take advantage of the Fredrin Minotaur.
Fredrin itu GG sih. Ferdinand.
Wall that they have with the Vexana from behind. It's like a war strategy from RQ Hoshi where they're slowly sieging AP Bren with these big boys in front line.
Grok itu entah mengapa sekarang empuk anjir.
Even in this thorough take, you can see that it's difficult for them, and Octa is just outputting so much damage from behind.
Bahkan dulu aku pakai grok.
Yeah, a lot of damage.
Grok.
We'll be able to claim that turtle. RQ Hoshi, this is what we're talking about. This is the
Grok
RQ
jungler
Hoshi
ya.
we've seen in Group Stage A and in the quarterfinals. Now, leading the way in the early game, AP Bren on the backside of things this time around. Now, I would say Banana definitely opening up a lot of opportunity. Running on the Benedetta, a comfort pick, a staple pick inside his hands. It definitely makes the difference in the early phase of the game, and it's something that RQ
Lapu-Lapu kalah dengan Benedetta ya.
I mean, they're still looking pretty promising. We like the Brody pickup, right? It's really good up against the up and close and personal heroes. Even the Benedetta, if she decides to rush in, it could be a possible problem. But so far,
Dan Grok di sini masih level 3.
Looks like they've been able to find their tempo since game 1.
Oh yeah. And even Skylar is leading when it comes to the EXP going up against Supermarket. If I'm seeing this correctly, but
Bang merepotkan yang namanya Vexana itu ya. Kalian bisa lihat sendiri ya itu. BTW untuk line up ya, AP Bren menggunakan Paramis, Lapu, Brotok, Grok, dan juga Vaxilit. Lalu untuk RRQ menggunakan Minotaur, Ferdinand, Nolan, Vexana, dan juga Benedetta.
For a possible pick off, rushing straight in a few, but he may be able to make his way into that tier 2 turret. Irad, thirsty for the kill, but not able to close the distance for the setup.
Irad with just the pokes. I mean, look at him having
the very crash
because of Brusco's protection.
Yeah, big wild charge.
Dibully sih, Grok.
Dropping down from Ogwin, trapping Brusco and Octa from escaping. It's a good thing AP Bren did not decide to engage on that, because that was a good setup to kind of zone them away from escaping.
Benedetta duitnya cukup gede mungkin. Itu Benet maju-maju mulu anjir.
You can see that without
sing gitu.
AP Bren might not be thinking about taking the turtle actually. Maybe they just go for pickoffs. But in comes the turtle fight.
Yeah, sitting at about 75% HP. Irad.
Paramis juga cukup merepotkan sih. Wah, damage-nya kalah sih. Minotaur aja damage-nya besar banget loh.
RQ Hoshi, total control of the jungle and turtle pit so far, even extending into the purple buff, but Irad may be a little too close.
Ada ada robot di situ, Brusco di situ. Faramis memang merepotkan sih. Terus pindah posisi untuk Nolan dan juga Bennett. Ternyata malah yang dapat adalah Vexana ya. Brusco mati, it's okay lah. Oke, Nathan di situ. Masih Vexana merepotkan sih. Damage-nya gede banget sih. Oke, botlane menang di situ. Very strong, bisa dilihat. Ya, aku lupa untuk login.
I got a little bit scary for Irad, almost
Gameku.
going down, but fortunately he has the help of Octa with this Vexana. The position is just way too good for this Vexana. Octa is just providing so much defense for his team while also outputting the damage, right? So you cannot really just dive as AP Bren. And if you're thinking about the
kayak Farsa sih bisa dibilang, bener sih. Pun Farsa mungkin sekarang nggak relevan.
Brody has it without the ultimate. Brody's range is not that good, and that's why.
Waduh, meledak anjir.
Gets melted down few, just a fraction of a second too late with the Faramis ultimate.
Yeah, nice and early pick off from the side play of the Bush in the mid lane.
Okay, Skylar push di situ, very strong.
Skylar not wasting any time controlling this map for RRQ Hoshi, and so far they're getting everything that they have came for. AP Bren is now the team that is reacting to RQ Hoshi.
Bennett di situ dapat turret di atas, very good, very strong.
Like we said, like these four people, they will not leave each other. They will let Banana do the split for them, and both Octa as well as Skylars, they're gonna be able to output the damage that they needed because of the two bad dudes in the front line. That's Irad and Brusco.
Serem sih.
And I don't know if you know this already, but
menang ya.
Brusco in Tagalog can
untuk
also mean something like a
dude
in the front line, like a brawn kind of dude. Like he's when you're Brusco, you're like a jacked kind of dude in the front lines.
Yeah, definitely showcasing it.
Vexana dilindungi di situ, very good, very strong. Oke, Irad, nice. Lapu-lapu kayak di situ Bennett di situ digunakan sebagai split pusher ya. Dan kita Lord di sini.
Good hit on the second skill, and now Kualitas goes into the fray.
Yeah, he's gonna rush in, hit with the terrified though.
Dan Benedetta tiba-tiba ikut.
We talked about his placements on these guardian barriers. Definitely not disappointing today. Brusco, very low, torn apart memories. Super Marco find him, and no, Fury goes down right before he falls.
Gimana itu sih? Oke, nice. Lord dapat banana. Bahaya sekali untuk Super Marco di situ ya.
All due fairness, Hosh's Lord Dance is great. They got the Lord after that. But AP Bren, they're juggling. Their isolation moves are
kenapa itu ultimate?
And that's the thing for Hoshi. The only reason for them to lose some of their members is that if somebody gets isolated. And it's exactly what happened with Brusco as well as Banana. Nevertheless, they still secured the Lord, which is much more important in this case. Like losing your roamer for the Lord is
Bottom lane push.
a positive trade for you. And Hoshi can now take over the map once again.
Yeah, with that Lord marching down on the bot side, they may go in for
some Brusco di situ.
Skylar again.
Push dan push ya. Itulah kegunaan marksman sih.
Against 80 Bren and may claim some more in the mid lane as they are going to siege for that tier 1. It will fall into their hands. 3 major objectives, 2 turrets and a Lord over to their side so far. Even on the kills though, but down in the economy by 4,000 gold behind AP Bren.
Yeah. Looking really
Masih seru sih. Kita mulai ngantuk ini. Sialan.
But he is actually left in the kitchen for quite a long time now. 7.5k 1,000 gold ahead of the Brody and already up with 3 items. And by the way, Crystal and Stardom side with the Feather of Heaven, that's gonna hurt. If you see someone just stay in front of Nathan for 1 or 2 seconds, no matter who that is, that guy's gonna die. And the only saving grace here for AP Bren is that they have the Faramis ultimate. Even Kyle, look at him.
Oke,
doing so
nice di
much damage.
situ.
Ooh, big Minoan Fury as well.
Damn.
The knock-up, the response back, though. Brusco very low. Entropy going out.
Oke.
Trying to get a possible kill. Skylar
A lot of
looking down
damage di
to the
situ.
Electo final blow.
Benedetta
He will take
mati.
down Banana before he's able to escape. That will be 2 members falling for the side. No, 1 member falling for the side of RRQ Hoshi. They
Wow,
still
RRQ
have the
kehilangan
control.
2
They still
pemain
wanna
ya.
take the fight.
Nice.
Super Marco finds the marksman for AP Bren and going in for this tier 2
Oke,
tournament.
turret
Looking at Flat
dapat
Teasy. Not trying to
akhirnya.
give it up without a fight. It will fall though. Octa able to claim it for RRQ.
Sangat kuat sih Ferdinand.
Oh, did you see that juggle coming up from AP Bren? Flap TZ activated the bravest fighter, hit onto 2 of their members, and looked like
Ferdinand very
it's
strong.
as if he will commit to the fight. But instead, he went back, and that actually attracted Banana to go in and get isolated again. He was taken out. However, RQ Hoshi, with the farm that they have and the fact that they're grouping up, at least for the rest of their other members, they still were able to take out Super Marco, which is big, and they took an objective to go with it. So this is RQ Hoshi not only controlling the tempo, but now having great plans whenever they're trying to go
Ada
for
Lord,
plays. It's not
BTW.
anymore a mindless play that they're doing or a very reactionary kind of play that
Lordnya
they're doing.
cukup
This is actually a
tanky di
planned
sini ya.
assault coming out from RQ Hoshi.
And now passing that 11-minute mark, you're looking at RQ Hoshi having full control of this game so far. Hasn't lost a single turret in this game. And now looking to take
groknya.
the next objective on the board. The contesto from AP Bren.
Nice damage di situ.
Very low. Entropy going down. Skylar able to get it, but a wild charge from Ogwood into the back
Wild charge dari Grok. Lord sih. Kaito sih mati. Very nice.
Still fighting it out. Octa will find another. Down goes Kyle TZ.
Mati di situ.
Skylar taking down few. Super Marco and Ogwood.
Super Marco belum mati ya. Oh, udah mati sekali. Jadi oke. Ini N bisa sih harusnya.
Now you're looking at RQ Hoshi trying to seize the opportunity to crack open the base from AP Bren.
Nice.
More Skylar just destroys them.
Rock Geto Dase.
But you can see them.
Skylar nice.
Yeah, very low.
Very good. Dan ini N sih. N sih ini.
Looks like they're going in for the finish. RQ Hoshi looking to turn this game around. Can they do it? The terrified, the knockup. Kyle TZ sustaining himself.
Kalto si KO dan shockdown.
We'll find Skylar gets a double. Takes out Banana. Minions.
Double kill.
Play, but he will fall a full wipeout on AP Bren.
Dan N. What that is.
Needs a few minutes to go through. Not able to close the distance. And RRQ Hoshi
RRQ bisa mengimbangi. This is very good. Seru.
Against AP Bren.
Satu game lagi
Like we
anjir.
said before game 1 started, the priority for RQ Hoshi is to win their lane matchups, particularly in the side lanes. We saw that in this particular game with that Nathan going up against the Brody, you understand why it won. It's because of the range.
Damn,
once again.
sangat
Eventually,
seru.
there was a gap between the gold players.
Hampir aja nggak bisa nge-end itu.
Skylar had a much better shot in the early stages of the game by getting much more farm compared to the Brody. Now we can
Yeah, I
see
like.
that in the bottom lane, that's also true with Flap TZ versus Banana. Banana just froze the lane down the bottom just to become in front of Flap TZ and then take advantage of the damage.
Repot sih. Paramis tuh merepotkan
Had it not
anjir.
been for AP Bren's massive juggles, this game would have easily been in RQ Hoshi's favor. But at the same time, RQ Hoshi really woke up. And now Brusco actually is in a much more comfortable spot. You can see him go for those initiations wherein he will pop the first 2 ticks of the ultimate in place and then go for the flicker for nice timing on the AP Bren. He times the flicker in the right moment so that he'll be able to catch AP Bren at the edges of the circle of the Minoan Fury. And
Yes.
you only need to have
Okay, sih.
the follow-up coming up from the Vexana to eventually take over the game. And that's really what Brusco has been able to bring to the table when he's given this kind of comfortable heroes. Surely the Kufra is a hero that was mastered already by Brusco, but it doesn't work in the meta. Now, we can see like Tigreal, heroes like
Tigreal is good.
as this Minotaur. This will be the priority for RQ Hoshi. So I will not
Tigreal is very,
surprised
very
if there's
strong.
an emphasis on the hack up
Tapi sangat mudah untuk di counter karena
next game.
bisa pakai
Yeah,
Purify.
I mean, the signature banana split, right? Banana really
That's
good
also true.
rotating around the
That's
map
also
on the
true.
Benedetta, and they let it walk. We talked about it earlier in the draft. We said, hey, majority of the time we're seeing the side of RQ Hoshi win. Banana has this Benedetta. I'm convinced that the B in Benedetta stands for banana, the way he's performing so far today. But yeah, he's creating those opportunities every single time to be able to get the neutral objectives and also free up Skylar to have a good
Yeah.
time in his gold lane, and it
Oke,
allows
oke.
RQ Hoshi to kind of thrive in the early phase. And once they start, they don't
Dan ini
stop.
dia
Right?
highlight
We see them pretty
terakhir.
much continue to check off those blocks on
Mau
their list
bikin
for these
video
objectives,
untuk
which led
dokkan
to
juga
that
sih
13-minute
di sini.
finish, a very early game. And
Habis ini
now we're
Onyx
sitting
sih
at an even
bangke.
series, and there goes our MVP.
Yeah, 40% damage taken. He really put his role into heart, right? So we said
Yoi,
that this composition, but
very strong BTW.
the idea here is that you have backliners to support you, which in this case it is Vexana as well as the Nathan. But I want to go back to the first few minutes of the game where you can really see
Mau
what the
beli
strength
itu
of the
apa namanya?
players the Fredrin can bring to the
Hard
table,
disk
or
eksternal
what their
aja.
strength really is, which is really just run down and
Diskku
slow
penuh,
switch your
mau beli,
opponents
mau
and allow
nyari chip.
Vexana to just really hit from the backlines.
Dan ini dia
If you're looking at
untuk
AP Bren, the
statistik
only
ya.
Backline access that they have is Flap TZ. Surely you can
Emang Faramis emang merepotkan sekali sih, anjir
generally
emang.
heroes that want to go to damage the frontliners, so it's more of a front-to-back composition for AP Bren. Despite the dive and the gap closers that they have, this is generally a
Jadi
lineup where you
itu
want to go front to
untuk
back. And RQ
game
Hoshi took
kedua ya,
advantage
kita
of
bisa
that.
move on
They
ke
have a
game
much better
selanjutnya.
front-to-back composition compared to AP Bren,
Oke.
and you can see them abuse that.
Jangan lupa untuk like, comment,
especially in the
subscribe, and
early
see you
stages of the
to the
game
next
where
one.
they just
Game
literally
ketiga.
stop